everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much everybody for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who's listening in the podcast. Today is Saturday, June 21st, 2025. I wanted to come here and give you some breaking news. Something terrible has happened in Brazil, and there are really scary images that are coming out of that. And excuse me, I understand that it's summertime. We're out there like trying to enjoy the summer and all of that. You have to be so careful. Your life can change at any moment. This is something that I tell you all the time, okay? Before I continue, I want to say thank you to everybody who's listening using Spotify. Don't forget to follow me on Spotify, follow the podcast. That really helps me as a creator. And of course, thank you so much to everybody who's watching this video on YouTube, okay? I don't think I'd be able to share some of the videos that are coming out of that. I think you know, it's kind of very graphic too, so let me give you a trigger warning. But a hot air balloon, and this happened in Brazil, like I told you, a hot air balloon in Brazil catches fires and falls from the sky. Listen to this, killing 8 people and injuring 13. Okay, I you know, this is so hard. Even like, it's hard for the people that went through this. Okay, I'm sure that was the last thing in their mind, that something like this would ever happen. And it's hard for the people that were on the ground, or the ones that were like flying around, because I know hot air balloons, I never been on one. I do admire, I love seeing them. And I think I had made a lot of videos of hot air balloons. You know, I think they look so pretty, right? And they've been in our society, in our, for like forever. You know, there's not that many accidents that happen in a hot air balloon, right? This time, guys, it caught fire and 8 people are dead now and 13 were injured. Let me read to you more details, okay? And this happened in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. A hot air balloon caught fire and tumbled from the sky on Saturday in Brazil's southern state of Santa Catarina, killing 8 people, the firemen said. Footage shared by local news shows billows of smoke coming from the balloon, which was in flames and as it hurtled towards the ground in the municipality of Praia Grande. On a video shared on social media, 2 people can be seen falling through the air. Oh wow. 2 people can be seen falling through the air as the fire spread on board the aircraft, okay? 13 people survived and were taken to the hospital, Santa Catarina Military Fire Brigade said, adding that 21 people were on board, including the pilot. Wow, I didn't think that many people were in there. Wow, I wonder if it was overcrowded. I mean, when I saw that it was 8 of them that died, I was like, everybody who was on there, I mean, looking at some of the images, you would think that everybody didn't make it, but 21 were there, 8 died and 13 survived. So wow. The crash happened around 8 a.m. local time. A military fireman said a fire started in the basket, prompting the pilot to try to land the balloon. 13 people, including the pilot, managed to jump out of the aisle, but 8 were unable to. Without the weight of the others, the balloon began to rise again. Oh my goodness, that is so tragic. I read somewhere that the pilot said to them, you're either gonna burn alive or you gotta jump. And so imagine hearing something like that, right? Imagine hearing the pilot, out of all people, telling you something like this, right? So as people started to, you know, I know it sounds weird, but people try to like jump from this balloon, right? Trying to get to safety. The weight of it got so light that the balloon began to, instead of, you know, he tried to land it, but instead of landing or getting close to, you know, to land, it went all the way up because the weight of it, you know, so many people were trying to escape. 13 people, including the pilot, managed to jump out, but 8 were unable to. Without the weight of the others, the balloon began rising again. And it says here, current code by the fire chief, he says, these people ended up dying 4 shot and another 4 jumped out of the balloon when it was falling. 3 people died hugging each other. Wow. 3 people died hugging each other, said Chief Ulysses Gabriel of Santa Catarina Police Force. It hurts my soul, he says. We are in mourning. A tragedy has happened. We will see how it unfolds. What happened? Why did it happen? But the important thing now is that the state is structured to do what it can, I guess, said the governor, Giorgino Mello, said on a video on Twitter. Mello has said that he asked authorities to head to the municipality to do as much as possible to rescue, to help, and to take to hospital and to comfort the families. Brazil President Luis Ignacio Lula da Silva expressed his solidarity with the victims, and said he was placing the federal government at the disposal of the victims and local authorities. It says here that the balloon flight was supposed to be 45 minutes, with the balloon reaching 1,000 meters, 3,280 feet, and cost around $100 per passenger to fly on that air balloon. The company responsible for the multicolored balloon said it complied with all the regulations and had a clean accident record prior to Saturday. They say, despite all the necessary precautions and the efforts of our pilot, who has extensive experience and follow all recommended procedures in an attempt to save everyone on board the balloon, we are suffering from the pain caused by this tragedy. The company who owns the balloon said in a statement that they also said that they are suspending all operations for indefinite period. Praia Grande is a common destination for hot air ballooning, a popular activity in parts of southern Brazil. The area is famous of its dramatic canyon landscape and is known as the Brazilian Cappadocia, a reference in the region central Turkey, famed worldwide for stunning hot air balloons ride. Last Sunday, wow, a balloon came down in Sao Paulo state, killing 27-year-old woman and injuring 11 people. Wow, so something happened last week too. Oh wow, so that is so tragic, you guys. 3 people died hugging, right? It's so sad, so tragic, so unexpected, like something like this will happen. Like, what will cause, like, I understand from what I've seen, like I've never been to one before. I don't think I ever seen one like in person up close, right? I understand that they hot air balloon, they go up in the air because you see you see a fire burning, but usually you see that not on the basket, obviously, that's where the people go. You see that, on the top, right? How did it caught fire on the basket? They said the fire began on the basket. Imagine in a basket of a hot air balloon to be around 21 people. I wonder if it was so tight, or I wonder how the people stay there. How did you even move around, right? How do you even move around? Was there enough space? And to hear that the pilot said, you either gonna jump, okay, or you're gonna be burned alive. Imagine hearing those words, right? Imagine, because a hot air balloon, I don't know what are the the precautions, or the what is it called, what are the the standard of people who are allowed to ride on them, right? Meaning like the weight, the height, and things like this, right? Because I know a lot of these rides, they have like a specific type of people that are able to ride on them, right? Imagine you know, because now people are gonna question how come not all of them were able to jump. Like, you don't get in a hot air balloon with the idea that you might have to jump at some point. I mean, people don't do that, right? That's the last thing in your mind to do something like that. The last thing in your mind is to see a fire on the basket. It is so tragic, you guys. That's, you know, that's why I tell you guys all the time, you really don't know what can happen. Your life can change at any moment, right? That's why you always have to get in a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. So we pray for these families that are affected by this. Like I said, you know, I'm glad that the company is canceling all services at the moment. They're gonna do investigation. They're gonna know exactly what happened. Not trying to blame anybody, you know. The company already said our pilot has a lot of experience and he did everything that he was supposed to do to keep everybody safe, as many people safe as he could. I'm saying, like, people watching that from the ground too, it must have been so, like, traumatic. And also the people that survived too, the things that they saw, right? The things that they heard. I'm sure they're gonna need like a lot of therapy, intensive therapy, to overcome living through something so tragic as this. And you know, we pray for the family affected, the victims that lost their life, right? Like I said, you know, when people book this type of rides, you know, some people travel far away just to get into to have this experience. The last thing on their mind is that something like this will happen, right? So I'm sure it's gonna take a while for that, you know, that area, that the people affected in that town to, you know, to kind of like move forward. But we keep them in our prayers. Let me know, guys, what you think about this. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to the channel. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Have a good day, everybody. God bless. This is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good day, everybody. God bless.